Hi everyone. So for this week's exercise for the benediction, the physical posture that I selected was holding hands. Um, it's something that as a person who goes to 12-step meetings, it's something that we typically do at the end of each meeting. We kind of hold hands, recite the Lord's Prayer or the Serenity Prayer before we leave. So in some ways, it's kind of like a benediction. Um, and I've really kind of grown to appreciate that. So I selected that for this week's exercise. In terms of the text, I selected 2 Corinthians 13:14. And probably the one thing I would do instead of just the minister or pastor or whomever saying that over the people is I would have it's a short verse, so I would probably try to encourage people to memorize it and then say it aloud together in unison before we left. I think that kind of brings everybody together, one more time before departing. Um, in terms of the church that I would probably use that in, it probably something smaller. Like I wouldn't select the mega church. I just don't know how that would be feasible as an option. But I could see an inner city multi-ethnic church or charismatic church plant in New York. I say those things. Maybe I picked those two because living in the LA area, we're compacted together, but anytime there's usually physical contact, it's you're bumping into somebody on a train or a bus, or there's a car accident or something like that. There's not a lot of positive physical touch associated with living in a large metropolitan area. So I think that would kind of turn physical human touch away from being, majority at least negative, in a sense of there's people always bumping into me, there's always traffic, there's always this, into like kind of turning and embracing human contact in a world in which we're constantly feeling pressed and things like that. So I was thinking it would probably open up some of that possibility there. In terms of ways in which it would shut things down, I think there's a possibility of people who they don't, physical touch is really difficult for them, and so that might kind of trigger something for them. But yeah, I like that idea for a church and kind of reciting that together. So yeah, kind of holding hands, reciting from 2 Corinthians 13:14 kind of together as a community, as a way to kind of reinterpret not only how we kind of interact with each other, but also turning it into something that's generally associated with something negative or in my way, into kind of embracing that and taking that out into the world. So, yeah, hope you guys have a great week and see you next time.